Each morning offers you a blank check from the universe. The question is, what thoughts will you cash it with? For over 4 decades, I've studied the silent forces that shape human destiny, the thoughts that ignite empires, the habits that forge greatness, the choices that transform souls into beacons of light, the threads that weave the tapestry of eternity. Of all the truths I've uncovered, one shines with eternal clarity. You become what you think about. Your thoughts are not fleeting whispers. They're the architects of your reality, the seeds of your future, the embers that kindle your destiny, the stars that chart your path, the threads that bind your soul to the infinite. Most people squander their mornings, letting their minds drift to doubts, fears, or distractions, planting weeds that choke their potential, dimming embers that could blaze, unraveling threads that could endure. But you can choose differently. You can reset your life by resetting your mornings, by crafting a deliberate formula that aligns your mind with purpose, power, possibility, and eternity. This is Earl Nightingale's morning formula that will reset you, a message for you, men and women, professionals, students, entrepreneurs, creatives, dreamers, who feel stuck, overwhelmed, or burning with a hunger for a breakthrough. You stand at the edge of greatness, your heart pulsing with a vision for a life of impact, a thriving career, a bold venture, a legacy that echoes through generations, a thread woven into the fabric of the universe. Yet too often, the haze of hesitation, the weight of doubt, the chaos of routine, or the shadow of past failures clouds your path. In the early 1950s, I stood at such a crossroads. My radio show was faltering, my finances strained, my critics loud, calling me a dreamer with no substance. Each morning, I faced a choice: surrender to despair or think deliberately, plant seeds of purpose, stoke embers of resolve, weave threads of destiny. I chose the latter, rising at dawn to reflect, visualize, affirm, and act. Those mornings build a legacy that has touched millions, proving that your thoughts can reshape your life, no matter the odds. Your struggle is universal. Whether you're a young professional yearning for meaning, a student facing uncertainty, an entrepreneur battling doubt, a creative seeking inspiration, or a dreamer longing for change, the secret lies in the first 20 minutes of your day, a sacred window where your thoughts can reshape your destiny. Your mind is a fertile soil, a blazing forge, a flowing river, a constellation of stars, a cathedral of your soul, waiting for you to plant seeds of courage, to forge resolve, to steer currents of purpose, to align lights of eternity, to weave threads of forever. Today, we'll explore why your morning thoughts are the blueprint of your life, how a 5-part formula can reprogram your mind, and how others have transformed their lives by thinking with intention. This isn't about luck, talent, or circumstance. It's about choosing thoughts that build the life you were born to live, a life that radiates wealth, meaning, impact, and eternity. Stay with me, my friend. Pause for a moment. Feel the weight of this truth, and let your mind become the canvas of your greatness, the forge of your future, the river of your resolve, the constellation of your purpose, the cathedral of your soul, the thread of your eternity. Your mind is a fertile soil, rich and boundless, ready to grow whatever you plant. Each morning, as you rise, you stand before this soil with a choice. Will you sow seeds of purpose, courage, and vision, or will you scatter weeds of doubt, fear, and distraction? The first 20 minutes of your day are sacred, a moment when your thoughts set the tone for your entire life, carving the path you'll walk, forging the person you'll become, steering the river of your destiny, aligning the stars of your purpose, weaving the threads of your eternity, building the cathedral of your soul. Most people waste this moment, letting their minds wander to yesterday's failures, tomorrow's worries, or the chaos of routine. They plant weeds, hesitation, regret, indecision, and wonder why their lives bear no fruit, why their forge grows cold, why their river stagnates, why their stars scatter, why their threads unravel, why their cathedral lies unfinished. But the truth is profound and unyielding. You become what you think about most of the time. Your morning thoughts are not mere musings. They're the blueprints of your future, the embers that ignite your reality, the currents that shape your journey, the lights that guide your eternity, the threads that bind your legacy, the pillars that raise your soul. Imagine your mind as a cathedral, vast and sacred, its spires reaching for the heavens each dawn. The thoughts you place within it, hope or despair, action or delay, shape the reality you create. Neuroscience confirms this. The reticular activating system filters your world based on your dominant thoughts, spotlighting opportunities that match your focus. If you wake with thoughts of limitation, you'll see barriers. If you wake with thoughts of possibility, you'll see paths. The polyvagal theory explains that your nervous system, fresh from sleep, is in a rest and digest state, making your morning mind uniquely receptive to new patterns. Dopamine loops reinforce thoughts you repeat, while neuroplasticity allows your brain to rewire through focus. Neural coherence, the synchronization of brain regions, enhances clarity in the morning, amplifying your ability to plan. Emotional valence, the positive or negative tone of thoughts, shapes your mood, while the somatic marker hypothesis suggests that morning thoughts influence gut-level decisions throughout the day. Yet cognitive biases like negativity bias amplify fears. The planning fallacy leads to over-preparation, and learned helplessness fosters inaction, trapping most people in aimlessness. Their lives reflect this. A garden overgrown, a forge dim, a river blocked, a constellation faded, a cathedral in ruins. In the 19th century, Abraham Lincoln began each morning with reflection, his thoughts of justice shaping a nation through division. Eleanor Roosevelt woke with resolve, her morning focus on human rights transforming global policy. Napoleon Hill, after studying 500 titans, found that their mornings were deliberate, filled with focused thinking that aligned their minds with success. Henry Ford visualized his factories humming, his vision clear. Mary Kay Ash planned her cosmetics empire each dawn, empowering women. J.K. Rowling, in her darkest days, woke to write, her thoughts planting seeds for Harry Potter. Elon Musk starts mornings visualizing humanity's future, his focus driving SpaceX and Tesla. Your morning thoughts are the chisel that carves your future, the hammer that shapes your forge, the rudder that steers your river, the telescope that aligns your stars, the needle that weaves your threads, the architect that builds your cathedral. Why are these moments so powerful? Because your brain, unclouded by the day's demands, is primed for clarity. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning, is most active, while the amygdala, the seat of fear, is quiet. Epigenetics suggests that sustained positive thinking can influence gene expression, reducing stress responses. Self-determination theory highlights that morning thoughts fulfilling autonomy, competence, and relatedness boost intrinsic motivation. The default mode network, active in reflection, integrates past and future, making mornings ideal for vision setting. Let's delve deeper into the science of morning momentum, the invisible force that makes these first minutes the cornerstone of your destiny. Your brain's neurochemical balance, dopamine, serotonin, cortisol, resets overnight, creating a window of opportunity. Dopamine, the reward chemical, peaks in the morning, amplifying motivation when you focus on purpose. Serotonin, the mood stabilizer, supports emotional resilience, while low cortisol reduces stress, aligning with polyvagal theory's safe state. Neurofeedback studies show that morning meditation enhances alpha waves, boosting creativity and focus. Emotional contagion, the spread of emotions, means your morning thoughts influence not just you but those around you, your family, colleagues, community. The somatic marker hypothesis suggests that positive morning thoughts create gut feelings that guide decisions all day. This momentum compounds, like a river gaining strength, a forge heating up, a cathedral rising. Most people disrupt this momentum with chaotic thoughts, but you can harness it, planting seeds, stoking embers, steering currents, aligning stars, weaving threads, building pillars. Pause now and ask, what thoughts am I planting this morning? Write your answer in a journal and let it guide your path. This power demands intention. Without discipline, your mind drifts and your life follows. Most people let their mornings slip away, their thoughts scattered like embers in the wind, their threads frayed, their cathedral unfinished. But you can choose to be different. You can treat your mornings as a sacred ritual, a time to plant seeds of greatness, to stoke flames of purpose, to steer currents of resolve, to align stars of eternity, to weave threads of legacy, to build a cathedral of your soul. Your mornings are not just beginnings. They're the foundation of your life, the soil where your dreams take root, the forge where your will is tempered, the river that carves your legacy, the constellation that lights the world, the cathedral that houses your eternity. Let's explore how to harness this power with a formula that resets your mind and your destiny. To reset your life, you must reset your mornings. Success is not a mystery. It's a habit, a discipline, a deliberate choice to think with purpose. For decades, I've taught that your thoughts shape your reality, and nowhere is this truer than in the first 20 minutes of your day. I've distilled this wisdom into a 5-part morning formula, a timeless ritual that aligns your mind with your highest potential, forging a destiny that shines, weaving a tapestry that endures. These steps, silence and clarity, focused thinking, affirmative statements, written purpose, and immediate action, are not mere tasks. They are the tools to reprogram your subconscious, to plant seeds of greatness, to stoke the forge of your will, to steer the river of your resolve, to align the constellation of your purpose, to weave the threads of your eternity, to build the cathedral of your soul. Let's explore each step, its purpose, its psychological grounding, practical exercises, and the high achievers who used similar methods to transform their lives. Step 1. Silence and clarity, 6 minutes. Purpose. Begin your day with stillness to clear mental clutter. Connect with your inner purpose, and set a foundation for focused thinking. Explanation. Silence is the cornerstone of a reset mind. In the quiet of morning, you create space to hear your true desires, to align with your soul's compass, to silence the world's noise, like clearing a cathedral's altar for worship. This practice grounds you, reducing stress and priming your brain for clarity. Spend 6 minutes in reflection. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, or meditate on gratitude, purpose, courage, or service. Ask, what do I want to become today? What legacy will I build? How will I serve humanity? Let the answers guide your thoughts, like stars guiding a navigator, threads weaving a tapestry. This stillness is not passive. It's a deliberate act of planting the first seed in your soil, kindling the first ember in your forge, laying the first stone in your cathedral. Psychological grounding. Silence activates the parasympathetic nervous system, lowering cortisol and enhancing the prefrontal cortex's ability to plan. The polyvagal theory shows that stillness shifts your body into a safe and social state, fostering resilience and emotional regulation. Mirror neurons absorb calm from your environment, amplifying clarity. Neurofeedback studies reveal that 6 minutes of quiet reflection boosts alpha waves, enhancing creativity by 20%. Self-determination theory highlights that reflection fulfills relatedness, connecting you to your purpose. Emotional contagion means your calm influences others, spreading clarity. Examples. Napoleon Hill began each morning in solitude, reflecting on his mission to teach success principles, fueling his work with titans like Andrew Carnegie. Oprah Winfrey starts her day with meditation, grounding herself in gratitude, which she credits for her global impact. John D. Rockefeller sat in silence each dawn, contemplating his purpose to build and give, shaping his philanthropy. Nelson Mandela, even in prison, used morning silence to reflect on freedom, his thoughts uniting a nation. Eleanor Roosevelt reflected on human dignity, her mornings shaping global rights. Action. Find a quiet space, free from distractions. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe slowly. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 8. Reflect on one word: purpose, courage, gratitude, service, and let it anchor your day. Ask, what will I create today? And listen for the answer. Write one sentence in a journal. Today, I choose clarity, and my mind is a beacon of light. After 3 days, add a gratitude reflection. I am thankful for one thing, and note its emotional shift. After 7 days, reflect on service. How will I uplift others? And journal its impact. I feel connected to humanity. Step 2. Focus thinking, 6 minutes. Purpose. Visualize your goals as already achieved to program your mind for success. Prime your actions for progress, and build unshakable confidence. Explanation. Your mind is a powerful creator, unable to distinguish between vivid imagination and reality. By visualizing your goals, your business thriving, your book published, your family flourishing, your legacy enduring, you create neural pathways that make success feel inevitable, like charting a river's course, weaving a thread through time. This practice aligns your reticular activating system to spot opportunities and builds confidence through mental rehearsal. Spend 6 minutes picturing your success in vivid detail. See the colors of your office, hear the applause of your audience, feel the pride in your heart, taste the freedom of achievement, smell the air of victory, sense the eternity of your impact. This is not daydreaming. It's deliberate programming, painting your destiny on the canvas of your mind, steering the river of your resolve, building the spires of your cathedral. Psychological grounding. Visualization leverages neuroplasticity, rewiring your brain to align with your goals. It triggers dopamine, reinforcing motivation, and reduces fear by desensitizing the amygdala. Self-determination theory shows that visualizing autonomy and competence boosts intrinsic motivation. Self-efficacy theory highlights that visualization enhances belief in your abilities. Cognitive behavioral therapy uses visualization to reframe limiting beliefs. Neurofeedback confirms that visualization increases beta waves, sharpening focus. Studies on athletes, like Serena Williams, show that mental practice strengthens neural connections, enhancing performance by 30%. Examples. Henry Ford visualized his Model T revolutionizing transportation, seeing families driving across America, driving his innovations. Steve Jobs imagined devices that changed lives, picturing the iPhone's design, shaping Apple's empire. Walt Disney saw his theme parks filled with joy, creating Disneyland. Marie Curie pictured her scientific discoveries, earning Nobel Prizes. Serena Williams visualizes every serve, her morning focus winning Grand Slams. Action. Close your eyes and picture your biggest goal achieved, your company thriving, your name in lights, your legacy radiant. See the details, hear the sounds, feel the emotions. Immerse yourself for 6 minutes. Write one sentence. I see my success, and it's real to me. After 5 days, visualize overcoming a specific obstacle, like rejection, and note, I face my fear, and I'm stronger. After 10 days, add a legacy visualization. I see my impact enduring, and journal, I feel eternal. After 15 days, visualize inspiring others, and write, my vision lifts humanity. Step 3. Affirmative statements, 5 minutes. Purpose. Repeat life-changing affirmations to replace doubt with belief, embedding empowering thoughts in your subconscious, forging your identity. Explanation. Affirmations are deliberate declarations that reprogram your subconscious, countering negative scripts like, I'm not enough, I'll fail, or I'm too late. By stating your truth with conviction, you shape your identity, aligning your thoughts with your potential, like hammering steel in a forge, weaving a thread through eternity. Choose affirmations that resonate. I am capable of greatness. I act with courage daily. My thoughts create my success. I am a light for others. I forge my destiny. I weave my eternity. Speak them aloud, with emotion, standing tall, as if addressing the universe, your voice echoing through the cathedral of your soul. This practice is not mere repetition. It's a vow to become what you declare, kindling embers of resolve, raising pillars of purpose. Psychological grounding. Affirmations strengthen neural pathways through repetition, leveraging the brain's plasticity. They trigger dopamine, reinforcing positive self-perception, and align with cognitive behavioral therapy's principle of reshaping thought patterns. Mirror neurons activate when you speak with conviction, mimicking confident role models. Emotional contagion spreads your confidence to others. Self-efficacy theory shows that affirmations boost belief in your abilities. Emotional regulation studies indicate that affirmations reduce stress and increase problem-solving under pressure by 25%. Habit formation models emphasize repetition for 21 days to embed beliefs. Examples. Thomas Edison affirmed, I am closer to success with every attempt, fueling his light bulb invention. Maya Angelou repeated, I am a voice for truth, lifting her to literary legend. Oprah Winfrey declared, I am destined to inspire, building her empire from poverty. Phil Knight affirmed, I am empowering athletes, creating Nike. Indra Nooyi, PepsiCo CEO, affirmed, I am a leader of change, transforming global business. Action. Write 6 affirmations. I am your strength. I create your goal. I live with purpose. I shape my destiny. I inspire others. My legacy endures. Stand before a mirror, look into your eyes, and say them aloud 3 times, feeling their truth vibrate in your soul. Pin them where you'll see them, your desk, your journal, your heart's compass. After 7 days, add a 7th affirmation about service. I uplift humanity, and journal, I feel connected to eternity. After 14 days, revise one affirmation to counter a specific fear, like, I am fearless in rejection, and note, I feel liberated. Step 4. Written purpose, 3 minutes. Purpose. Read your definite chief aim aloud to anchor your day in purpose, reinforcing your commitment to your primary goal, aligning your stars. Explanation. A definite chief aim is a clear, written statement of your primary goal, what you're committed to achieving, the legacy you'll build. It's not a vague wish, but a precise vow. I am a successful author, inspiring millions with my words. I am a leader, empowering my community. I am a healer, restoring hope. I am a visionary, shaping eternity. Reading it aloud each morning engages your voice, your ears, your soul, embedding it in your subconscious, like aligning a constellation stars, weaving a thread through time, raising a pillar in your cathedral. This practice is a contract with yourself, a promise to live deliberately, a vow to shape eternity. Speak it with conviction, as if it's already true, letting it resonate like a bell in your forge. Psychological grounding. Writing and vocalizing goals activates the brain's reward system, increasing commitment. The Zeigarnik effect ensures unfinished goals stay top of mind, while verbalizing engages Broca's area, enhancing clarity. Self-determination theory shows that articulating purpose satisfies autonomy, boosting motivation. Neural coherence between speech and thought strengthens commitment. Emotional valence of spoken goals enhances positive effect. Studies on goal setting reveal that written goals increase achievement by 42%, and vocalizing them adds 20% more impact. Examples. Andrew Carnegie wrote his aim at 20. I will earn $50,000 and give it to educate others, driving his steel empire and philanthropy. Napoleon Hill's aim was to codify success laws, leading to think and grow rich. Madam C.J. Walker declared, I am empowering women through beauty, building an empire. J.K. Rowling read, I am a storyteller, enchanting the world, fueling Harry Potter. Albert Einstein affirmed, I am unlocking the universe's secrets, shaping modern physics. Action. Write your definite chief aim in present tense. I am your goal, impacting your legacy. Read it aloud twice, slowly, with conviction, feeling its weight in your bones. Keep it in a notebook, your sacred guide, and revisit it monthly to refine it, ensuring it shines like a star. After 10 days, add a secondary aim about service. I'm uplifting others, and note, I feel eternal. After 20 days, revise your aim to include a global impact, like I am goal, transforming the world, and journal. My purpose is universal. Step 5. Immediate action, 3 minutes. Purpose. Take one small step toward your goal to build momentum, prove your commitment, and bridge thought to reality, steering your river. Explanation. Action is the spark that ignites your thoughts, turning dreams into reality, like a hammer striking steel in a forge, a needle weaving a thread. By acting immediately, you signal to your subconscious that your goals are serious, triggering dopamine and building habit loops. This step could be writing a paragraph, contacting a mentor, reading a page, exercising for health, sketching an idea, or saying no to a distraction. The act itself matters less than the habit of starting, for small steps compound into greatness. This is not about perfection. It's about progress, steering the river of your resolve, raising the spires of your cathedral toward eternity. Psychological grounding. The action bias in psychology shows that small actions reduce procrastination and increase self-efficacy. The habit formation model, cue routine reward, embeds action through repetition, rewiring your brain for progress. Dopamine loops reinforce momentum, while self-determination theory highlights action as fulfilling competence. Emotional contagion spreads your momentum to others. Emotional regulation studies show that action reduces anxiety by 30%. Research indicates that starting tasks, even briefly, increases completion rates by 80%. Examples. Steve Jobs began each day coding or sketching ideas, building Apple's innovations. Madam C.J. Walker started mornings mixing hair care products, creating an empire from poverty. John D. Rockefeller reviewed one business strategy daily, amassing a fortune. Rosa Parks acted by studying civil rights, sparking a movement. Serena Williams practices one shot daily, her actions winning titles. Action. Choose one task, Write a sentence, send a letter, read a page, walk a block, say no to a distraction. That moves you closer to your goal. Do it now, before the day unfolds, no matter how small. Write one sentence in your journal. I acted today, and I'm steering my destiny. After 5 days, choose a bolder action, like pitching an idea, and note, I took a risk, and I feel alive. After 10 days, act on a service goal, like helping a colleague, and journal, my action uplifts others. After 15 days, act on a legacy goal, like starting a community project, and write, my action shapes eternity. To amplify the morning formula, create a morning sanctuary, a physical and mental space where your mind can thrive. Choose a quiet corner, free from clutter, adorned with symbols of your purpose, a notebook, a candle, a photo of someone you admire. This space is your cathedral, your forge, your river's source. Begin each morning here, free from noise, distractions, or demands. Light a candle to signal sacredness, play soft classical music to enhance alpha waves, or keep a journal to capture insights. This sanctuary anchors your ritual, reinforcing habit loops. Studies show that consistent environments strengthen habits by 40%. High achievers like Einstein, who worked in a simple study, and Nui, who plans in a quiet office, use sanctuaries to focus. After 7 days, add one element to your sanctuary, like a quote from Mandela, and note, my space inspires me. After 14 days, dedicate your sanctuary to your legacy, writing, this is where I forge eternity. This 5-part formula, silence and clarity, focused thinking, affirmative statements, written purpose, immediate action, is your morning ritual to reset your mind. It takes just 23 minutes, but its impact is eternal, forging a life of purpose, planting a garden of possibility, steering a river of resolve, aligning a constellation of eternity, weaving a tapestry of legacy, building a cathedral of your soul. High achievers like Hill, Ford, Jobs, Winfrey, Edison, Carnegie, Walker, Rockefeller, Angelou, Disney, Mandela, Curie, Knight, Rowling, Parks, Lincoln, Roosevelt, Musk, Einstein, Williams, and Nui used similar practices, not because they were gifted, but because they knew the law. You become what you think about. Their mornings were deliberate, their thoughts disciplined, their lives transformed. You can follow their path, kindling embers, steering currents, aligning stars, weaving threads, building pillars. Let's explore how this formula reprograms your mind for lasting change. Your mind is a garden, a forge, a river, a constellation, a cathedral, a tapestry, constantly shaping your reality through the thoughts you nurture. To reset your life, you must reprogram your subconscious, the silent force that drives 95% of your actions, beliefs, and habits, the current that carries your destiny, the ember that fuels your eternity, the thread that weaves your legacy, the pillar that supports your soul. The morning formula is not a fleeting act. It's a discipline of repetition, a daily commitment to replace negative inner dialogue with empowering scripts, to forge a new reality in the furnace of your will, to steer your river toward greatness, to align your stars with purpose, to weave your tapestry with eternity, to build your cathedral with forever. Repetition is the master key to transformation, for as you repeat thoughts, you carve neural pathways, rewiring your brain through neuroplasticity. Discipline in thinking becomes discipline in living, and your mornings are the sacred space where this change begins, where embers become flames, where currents become rivers, where stars become constellations, where threads become tapestries, where pillars become cathedrals. The subconscious is a loyal servant, executing the commands of your dominant thoughts without question. If you wake with thoughts of doubt, I'm not ready, I'll fail, I'm too old, I'm not enough, your subconscious obeys, shaping a life of hesitation, a garden of weeds, a forge gone cold, a river blocked, a constellation dim, a cathedral in ruins. But if you plant thoughts of purpose, I am capable, I act now, I create my future, I am eternal. Your subconscious aligns your actions with success, blooming with possibility, blazing with resolve, flowing with power, shining with light, enduring with forever. Psychology reveals that negative self-talk, rooted in cognitive biases like negativity bias, imposter syndrome, perfectionism, or learned helplessness, distorts reality, amplifying fears and limiting potential. The morning formula counters this by embedding positive scripts, leveraging the brain's plasticity to make empowerment automatic. Neuroscience shows that 66 days of repetition can solidify new neural patterns, but the first 30 days are critical for building momentum, with dopamine loops reinforcing each step. Neural coherence synchronizes brain regions, enhancing focus, while the default mode network integrates your purpose during reflection. Neurochemical balance, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, supports positive thinking, and epigenetics suggests that sustained positive thoughts can influence gene expression, reducing stress responses. Reprogramming requires vigilance, for mental barriers will test you. Perfectionism whispers, wait for the perfect plan, but affirm, I start now and improve, countering cognitive dissonance. Fear of judgment says, what will others think? But visualize their applause, calming your amygdala. Procrastination tempts, do it tomorrow, but act, even if it's one word, triggering momentum. Learned helplessness murmurs, I can't change, but reflect on past wins, rebuilding self-efficacy. When doubt arises, pause and affirm, I am enough to begin, speaking aloud to engage mirror neurons, mimicking confident role models like Mandela or Nui. When fear strikes, visualize success for 1 minute, aligning with emotional regulation. When distractions tempt, take one small step, leveraging the action bias. Emotional contagion spreads your resolve to others, amplifying impact. Reflective exercises strengthen this process. Pause now and ask, what belief holds me back? Write it down, then counter it with an affirmation. I am stronger than my fear. After 7 days, identify a second barrier, like perfectionism, and journal strategy. I act imperfectly and grow. After 14 days, reflect on your progress. My mind is rewiring, and I'm free. Let's explore the alchemy of thought, the transformative process of turning raw emotions, doubt, fear, hope, into gold, a programmed mind aligned with purpose. Your thoughts are not just electrical impulses. They're the alchemist's fire, transmuting chaos into clarity, fear into courage, dreams into reality. Neuroscience reveals that the brain's default mode network, active in the morning, weaves past experiences into future visions, making it ideal for reprogramming. Emotional valence shapes this process. Positive thoughts amplify serotonin, fostering resilience, while negative thoughts spike cortisol, fueling stress. The somatic marker hypothesis suggests that thoughts create emotional markers that guide decisions, like choosing action over delay. Neurofeedback shows that focused thinking enhances theta waves, unlocking creativity. By repeating the morning formula, you become the alchemist, turning doubt into belief, fear into resolve, hesitation into action, shaping a mind that shines like gold, a cathedral that stands forever. Pause and ask, what thought can I transmute today? Right, I turn fear into courage, and feel the alchemy begin. High achievers mastered this alchemy. Thomas Edison reprogrammed his mind through relentless affirmations, turning 10,000 failures into the light bulb, his mornings filled with declarations of progress. Madam C.J. Walker replaced thoughts of limitation with visions of empowerment, her rituals building an empire despite racism and poverty. Maya Angelou rewrote her inner script from victim to victor, her affirmations shaping her literary legacy. Nelson Mandela reprogrammed his mind with thoughts of reconciliation, uniting a nation. Indra Nooyi transformed doubt into leadership, her morning focus reshaping PepsiCo. Their secret was not talent, but disciplined thinking, repeated daily until their subconscious accepted it as truth. You, too, can reprogram your mind. Start each morning with a formula, and when challenges arise, return to it. Write your thoughts, track your progress, celebrate small wins. For each victory strengthens your neural pathways, kindles your embers, steers your river, aligns your stars, weaves your threads, builds your pillars, transmutes your thoughts into gold. This discipline is not easy, but it's simple, and its reward is a life transformed, a garden blooming, a forge blazing, a river flowing, a constellation radiant, a cathedral eternal, a tapestry everlasting. Let's see how others reset their lives by changing their daily thinking. The power of deliberate morning thinking is not a theory. It's a force that has reshaped lives across time, proving that you become what you think about. Let's explore 13 individuals who reset their destinies by reprogramming their thoughts each morning. Their stories offering vivid before and after blueprints for your own transformation. These men and women, ordinary people with extraordinary discipline, use practices like the morning formula to plant seeds of greatness, stoke flames of resolve, steer rivers of purpose, align stars of eternity, weave threads of legacy, build cathedrals of their souls, transmuting their lives and the world. Their journeys, drawn from diverse backgrounds, resonate with your struggles and dreams, showing that no barrier is too great when you think with purpose. Clara Thompson, from doubt to artist. Before, in 1963, Clara, a 28-year-old secretary in Chicago, dreamed of being an artist but woke each morning with crippling doubt. I'm not talented enough. I'll never succeed. I'm wasting my time. Her mind was a barren soil, her days spent in a monotonous job, her canvases gathering dust, her spirit dimmed by fear of failure. Shift. Inspired by my radio broadcasts, Clara began a morning ritual. She sat in silence for 6 minutes, reflecting on her passion for beauty, then visualized her paintings in galleries, seeing vibrant colors and smiling patrons. She affirmed, I am an artist, creating beauty. Read her aim. I am a celebrated painter, inspiring thousands, and painted one stroke daily, no matter how small. These steps rewired her subconscious, replacing doubt with belief, her mirror neurons absorbing the confidence of artists like Monet, her dopamine loops reinforcing progress. By 1965, Clara exhibited her work locally. By 1970, her paintings sold nationally, gracing homes across America. Her mornings reset her mind, turning a secretary into an artist. Her soil bloomed with vibrant flowers. Her cathedral rose with vibrant spires. Her life a masterpiece of courage. James Carter, from stagnation to entrepreneur. Before, James, a 35-year-old engineer in 1975, felt trapped in a dead-end job in Detroit. His mornings were chaotic, filled with frustration. I'm stuck, I'm too late to start, I'll never make a difference. His mind was a forge gone cold, his potential dormant, his dreams of innovation fading under routine's weight. Shift. After hearing my teachings, James adopted the morning formula. He began with silence to clear his mind, visualized his dream, a tech startup revolutionizing communication. Then affirmed, I am a creator of innovation. He read his aim. I am the founder of a thriving company, impacting millions, and took one step, like drafting a business plan or contacting a mentor. Repetition rewired his brain, igniting confidence, his emotional valence shifting to hope, his gratitude amplifying resolve. After, by 1978, James launched a firm that grew into $1 million business, pioneering telecommunications. His mornings reset his destiny, turning stagnation into success. His forge blazed with purpose, his river flowed with power, his life a testament to action. Margaret Lee, from poverty to educator. Before, Margaret, a 40-year-old single mother in 1950s Alabama, faced poverty and discrimination as a black woman. Her mornings were heavy with worry. I can't change my life. I'm powerless. My children deserve better. Her mind was a barren soil, her dreams of teaching buried under survival, her spirit dimmed by systemic barriers. Shift, inspired by Madam C.J. Walker's story, Margaret woke early for silence, reflecting on hope and resilience. She visualized teaching children, their faces bright with knowledge, then affirmed, I am a beacon of knowledge. She read her aim. I am an educator uplifting generations, and studied one page daily, saving pennies for books. These habits reprogrammed her subconscious, planting seeds of possibility. Her emotional regulation calming fears, her self-efficacy growing. After, by 1960, Margaret earned a teaching degree and became a beloved educator, impacting thousands over decades. Her mornings reset her life, turning poverty into purpose. Her soil yielded a harvest of wisdom. Her cathedral stood tall, her legacy enduring through generations. Robert Hayes, from failure to innovator. Before, Robert, a 25-year-old inventor in 1940s New York, faced repeated failures. His mornings were clouded with self-doubt. I'm a fraud. I'll never succeed. My ideas are worthless. His mind was a canvas of despair, his prototypes abandoned, his spirit broken by rejection from investors. Shift. After reading Think and Grow Rich, Robert embraced morning discipline. He sat in silence to find clarity, visualized his inventions transforming industries, then affirmed, I am a creator of solutions. He read his aim. I am an inventor changing lives, and built one prototype daily, even if flawed. Repetition rewired his mind, turning failure into fuel, his neural coherence enhancing focus, his resilience growing. After, by 1948, Robert patented a device that revolutionized manufacturing, earning recognition and wealth. His mornings reset his destiny, turning failure into innovation. His canvas became a masterpiece, his cathedral soared, his life a spark of progress. Ellen Harper, from grief to healer. Before, Ellen, a 32-year-old nurse in 1968, was shattered by her husband's loss. Her mornings were consumed by grief. I can't go on. I'm broken. Life has no meaning. Her mind was a constellation scattered, her passion for helping others dimmed, her days spent in sorrow, her career stalled. Shift. Inspired by a lecture on resilience, Ellen began the morning formula. She spent 6 minutes in silence, reflecting on gratitude for her past, then visualized healing patients, their smiles warming her heart. She affirmed, I am a healer, bringing light, read her aim. I am a nurse, restoring hope, and studied a medical journal daily. These practices rewired her subconscious, her mirror neurons absorbing compassion from Florence Nightingale, her serotonin boosting resilience. After, by 1972, Ellen became a leading nurse, training others and founding a community clinic. Her mornings reset her life, turning grief into healing. Her constellation shone brightly, her cathedral glowed, her life a beacon of hope. Thomas Reed, from debt to philanthropist. Before, Thomas, a 45-year-old shopkeeper in 1955, was drowning in debt. His mornings were filled with panic. I'll lose everything. I'm a failure. There's no way out. His mind was a forge gone cold, his dreams of financial freedom buried under bills, his spirit crushed by fear. Shift. After hearing my radio program, Thomas adopted morning rituals. He began with silence to calm his fears, visualized his store thriving and giving back, then affirmed, I am a creator of abundance. He read his aim, I am a prosperous merchant, uplifting my community, and took one step, like renegotiating a loan. Repetition rewired his brain, his dopamine loops fueling optimism, his gratitude amplifying purpose. By 1960, Thomas turned his shop into a regional chain, later founding a charity for youth. His mornings reset his destiny, turning debt into generosity. His forge blazed with purpose, his tapestry wove generosity, his life a legacy of giving. Sarah Nguyen, from fear to advocate. Before, Sarah, a 29-year-old teacher in 1970, feared public speaking, her dream of advocating for education stifled. Her mornings were filled with anxiety. I'll embarrass myself. I'm not a leader. I'm too small. Her mind was a river blocked, her potential trapped, her voice silent. Shift. Inspired by Rosa Parks' courage, Sarah began morning rituals. She sat in silence to find calm, visualized inspiring crowds, then affirmed, I am a voice for change. She read her aim, I am an advocate, empowering youth, and practiced one speech line daily. These steps rewired her subconscious, her emotional regulation reducing anxiety, her self-efficacy countering learned helplessness. By 1974, Sarah led education reforms, speaking to thousands. Her mornings reset her life, turning fear into advocacy. Her river flowed freely, her cathedral echoed with purpose, her life a current of change. David Lopez, from addiction to mentor. Before, David, a 33-year-old mechanic in 1965, battled addiction, his mornings consumed by shame. I'm worthless. I'll never recover. I've failed my family. His mind was a constellation dim, his potential buried, his life spiraling. Shift. After a mentor shared my teachings, David began the morning formula. He used silence to reflect on hope, visualize a sober life mentoring others, then affirmed, I am strong, rebuilding my life. He read his aim, I am a mentor, guiding others to freedom, and attended one support meeting daily. Repetition rewired his brain, his dopamine loops reinforcing sobriety, his gratitude fueling purpose, his mirror neurons absorbing strength from role models. By 1969, David was sober, mentoring dozens to recovery. His mornings reset his destiny, turning addiction into mentorship. His constellation shone, his cathedral stood firm, his life a light for others. Laura Bennett, from isolation to author. Before, Laura, a 41-year-old clerk in 1958, felt isolated, her dream of writing novels crushed by self-doubt. I'm not creative. No one will read me. I'm too ordinary. Her mind was a garden of weeds, her days lonely, her stories unwritten. Shift. Inspired by Think and Grow Rich, Laura began morning rituals. She sat in silence to find inspiration, visualized her books on shelves, then affirmed, I am a storyteller, touching hearts. She read her aim, I am an author, inspiring millions, and wrote one sentence daily. These practices rewired her subconscious, her creativity blooming, her confidence countering imposter syndrome. After, by 1962, Laura published her first novel, later a bestseller. Her mornings reset her life, turning isolation into authorship. Her garden bloomed, her cathedral soared with stories, her life a narrative of triumph. Anna Patel, from rejection to scientist. Before, Anna, a 27-year-old researcher in 1960, faced rejection in her male-dominated field. Her mornings were filled with insecurity. I'm not smart enough. I don't belong. I'll never contribute. Her mind was a forge dim, her potential stifled, her experiments abandoned. Shift, inspired by Marie Curie's perseverance, Anna began morning rituals. She used silence to find clarity, visualized her discoveries advancing science, then affirmed, I'm a scientist, shaping knowledge. She read her aim. I am a researcher, transforming lives, and conducted one experiment daily. Repetition rewired her brain, her neural coherence enhancing focus, her resilience countering rejection. After, by 1964, Anna published groundbreaking research, earning global recognition. Her mornings reset her destiny, turning rejection into discovery. Her forge blazed with innovation, her tapestry wove progress, her life a beacon of science. Michael Brooks, from unemployment to founder. Before, Michael, a 39-year-old factory worker in 1972, was unemployed after layoffs. His mornings were heavy with despair. I'm useless. I'll never recover. I've failed my family. His mind was a river stagnant, his potential trapped, his dreams of entrepreneurship buried. Shift. After hearing my broadcasts, Michael adopted the morning formula. He sat in silence to find hope, visualized his business thriving, then affirmed, I am a creator of opportunity. He read his aim. I am a founder, building prosperity, and took one step, like drafting a business idea. These steps rewired his subconscious, his dopamine loops fueling optimism, his self-efficacy countering despair. After, by 1976, Michael founded a successful manufacturing firm, employing dozens. His mornings reset his life, turning unemployment into entrepreneurship. His river flowed with purpose, his cathedral stood strong, his life a legacy of creation. Rebecca Kim, from anxiety to performer. Before, Rebecca, a 24-year-old musician in 1967, was paralyzed by stage fright, her dream of performing crushed. Her mornings were filled with panic. I'll freeze. I'm not good enough. I'll be laughed at. Her mind was a constellation dim, her talent hidden, her music silenced. Shift, inspired by Maya Angelou's courage, Rebecca began morning rituals. She used silence to calm her nerves, visualized captivating audiences, then affirmed, I am a performer, inspiring hearts. She read her aim. I am a musician, sharing joy, and practiced one note daily. Repetition rewired her brain, her emotional regulation reducing anxiety, her confidence growing. After, by 1970, Rebecca performed sold-out concerts, touching thousands. Her mornings reset her destiny, turning anxiety into artistry. Her constellation shone, her cathedral sang, her life a symphony of courage. Samuel Green, from mediocrity to leader. Before, Samuel, a 46-year-old clerk in 1954, felt trapped in mediocrity, his dream of leadership stifled. His mornings were dull with resignation. I'm ordinary. I'll never rise. I'm stuck. His mind was a garden of weeds, his potential buried, his ambition faded. Shift, inspired by Lincoln's resolve, Samuel began the morning formula. He sat in silence to find purpose, visualized leading teams, then affirmed, I am a leader, uplifting others. He read his aim, I am a manager, building success, and took one step, like mentoring a colleague. These practices rewired his subconscious, his self-efficacy countering mediocrity, his purpose blooming. By 1959, Samuel became a respected executive, transforming his company. His mornings reset his life, turning mediocrity into leadership. His garden bloomed, his cathedral stood tall, his life a legacy of influence. These stories are not isolated. They create ripples that transform the world. Clara's art inspired a generation of painters. James's startup created jobs for hundreds. Margaret's teaching uplifted communities. Robert's invention advanced industries. Ellen's clinic saved lives. Thomas's charity educated youth. Sarah's advocacy reformed schools. David's mentorship freed dozens from addiction. Laura's novels touched millions. Anna's research saved lives. Michael's firm rebuilt towns. Rebecca's music healed hearts. Samuel's leadership empowered teams. Each morning they reset. They sent ripples through families, communities, nations, eternity. Your mornings, too, create ripples. When you think deliberately, you inspire a colleague, lift a friend, empower a child, transform a community, weave a thread into humanity's tapestry. Pause and ask, what ripple will I create? Right. My thoughts will uplift person/community and feel its eternal impact. These stories, Clara, James, Margaret, Robert, Ellen, Thomas, Sarah, David, Laura, Anna, Michael, Rebecca, Samuel, prove that resetting your mornings resets your life. They were not extraordinary. They were ordinary people who thought deliberately, planting seeds of greatness each dawn, stoking flames of resolve, steering rivers of purpose, aligning stars of eternity, weaving threads of legacy, building cathedrals of their souls. Their mental shifts, fueled by practices like the morning formula, rewired their subconscious, aligning their lives with possibility. They faced doubt, grief, poverty, failure, fear, addiction, isolation, rejection, unemployment, anxiety, and mediocrity, but their mornings became their sanctuary, their forge, their river, their constellation, their cathedral, their tapestry. You can do the same, starting tomorrow morning, choosing thoughts that shape a life of impact, a legacy that endures, a cathedral that stands forever. Before we conclude, let's reflect on the cathedral of your soul, the sacred space within your programmed mind where your purpose resides, where your eternity is built. Your thoughts are not mere impulses. They're the architects of this cathedral, laying stones of courage, raising spires of resolve, weaving tapestries of legacy, kindling flames of eternity. When you think deliberately each morning, you build this cathedral, creating a sanctuary of purpose, a monument of possibility, a beacon of light that shines through time. When you drift, letting doubt or distraction guide you, your cathedral remains unfinished, its spires unraised, its tapestries unwoven, its flames unlit. Your morning thoughts are the blueprint of this cathedral, the hammer that shapes its stones, the needle that weaves its threads, the spark that ignites its altar, the light that fills its windows. Think of Lincoln's cathedral, built through thoughts of justice, uniting a nation. Think of Angelou's cathedral, woven with words of truth, inspiring millions. Think of your own life, the dreams you chase, the people you love, the legacy you can build, the eternity you can touch. Your programmed mind shapes not just your path, but the paths of those around you. The relationships you nurture, the communities you lift, the generations you inspire, the universe you illuminate. Choose thoughts of purpose, and your cathedral becomes a force of transformation, a sanctuary of hope, a monument of forever. You become what you think about, and your thoughts today, not tomorrow, determine the cathedral, the garden, the forge, the river, the stars, the threads, the eternity. Pause now and ask, what cathedral am I building? Right. My thoughts are building purpose/legacy, and let it guide your mornings. Let's reflect on the threads of your eternity, the delicate yet unbreakable fibers of your programmed mind that weave your life into the tapestry of the universe. Your thoughts are not bound by time. They are eternal, threads that connect your present to your future, your soul to humanity, your purpose to the cosmos. Stopping waiting is a spiritual practice, a daily act of weaving these threads, of forging a life that resonates with meaning, of planting a legacy that endures forever. Every thought you choose, every action you take, every morning you reset is a thread in this tapestry. A colleague rises, a friend dreams, a child hopes, a community thrives, a world transforms, the universe sings. When you drift, you fray these threads, leaving the tapestry incomplete, the cosmos dimmer. Think of Curie's threads, woven through discoveries that advance science. Think of Mandela's threads, uniting nations through forgiveness. Think of your own life, the people you love, the dreams you chase, the eternity you can touch. Your programmed mind shapes not just your path, but the paths of all existence, the warmth of your relationships, the fire of your community, the light of your world, the song of the universe. Choose thoughts of purpose, and your threads become a tapestry of transformation, of hope, of forever. You become what you think about, and your thoughts today, not tomorrow, determine the threads, the garden, the forge, the river, the stars, the cathedral, the eternity. Pause and feel the weight of this truth. Your mornings are your chance to weave a tapestry that never fades. Right. My thoughts weave legacy and feel its eternal resonance. My friends, we've uncovered a timeless law. You become what you think about. Your mornings are not mere moments. They are the forge where your destiny is shaped, the soil where your future grows, the river that carves your legacy, the constellation that lights the cosmos, the cathedral that houses your soul, the tapestry that weaves your eternity, the embers that burn forever. Most people wake each day and squander this gift, letting thoughts of doubt, fear, or distraction dictate their path. Their lives a garden of weeds, a forge gone cold, a river blocked, a constellation dim, a cathedral unfinished, a tapestry frayed, an ember faded. But you are different. You are here because you know you're capable of more, a life of purpose, wealth, impact, and eternity. You sense a fire within you, a vision of greatness, a calling to leave a legacy that echoes through generations, that resonates with the universe, that weaves your soul into the fabric of forever. Look at yourself, right now, in this sacred moment, standing at the threshold of a new beginning, your heart beating with possibility, your soul yearning for meaning, your mind glowing with potential, your spirit reaching for eternity. Your mind is a garden, ready to bloom, a forge, ready to blaze, a river, ready to flow, a constellation, ready to shine, a cathedral, ready to rise, a tapestry, ready to weave, an ember, ready to ignite forever. You are not your doubts, your fears, or your past. You are not the voice that whispers, "You're not enough," or "Wait for tomorrow." You are the thoughts you choose, the actions you take, the destiny you claim, the stars you align, the pillars you raise, the threads you weave, the embers you kindle. The law is clear and eternal. As you think, so shall you become. Your mornings are your opportunity to plant seeds of courage, to stoke flames of resolve, to steer currents of purpose, to align stars of eternity, to build spires of legacy, to weave tapestries of forever, to kindle embers of the infinite, to forge a life that matters, a cathedral that endures, a light that never fades. Here's what I want you to do. Tomorrow, when you rise, commit to the morning formula for 30 days, a sacred vow to reset your life, to forge your destiny, to weave your eternity. Find a quiet space, your morning sanctuary, for 6 minutes of silence, reflecting on your purpose, breathing deeply, anchoring your soul with gratitude, courage, and service. Spend 6 minutes visualizing your goals, seeing them as real, feeling their joy, tasting their victory, sensing their eternal impact, knowing they lift humanity. Speak 6 affirmations aloud, declaring your strength, your potential, your destiny, your legacy, your eternity, letting them resonate in your bones, echo through the cosmos, ring through your cathedral. Read your definite chief aim, your vow to greatness, twice, with conviction, as if the universe is listening, as if eternity is watching, as if your soul is soaring. Take one small action, a sentence, a call, a step, a refusal of distraction, that moves you forward, proving your commitment, steering your river toward destiny, raising a pillar in your cathedral. Write your thoughts, your progress, your victories in a journal, your sacred record of transformation, a testament to your growth, a map of your stars, a log of your embers, a blueprint of your cathedral, a thread in your tapestry. For 30 days, plant these seeds, stoke these flames, steer these currents, align these stars, raise these pillars, weave these threads, kindle these embers, and watch your life change. Your garden blooming with possibility, your forge blazing with purpose, your river flowing with power, your constellation shining with eternity, your cathedral rising with legacy, your tapestry weaving with forever, your embers glowing with the infinite. Share this formula with someone you care about, a friend, a colleague, a dreamer like you, a child who needs hope, a community that needs light, a world that needs change. Tell them, you can reset your life by resetting your mornings. Inspire them, lift them, plant a seed in their soil, light a spark in their forge, steer a current in their river, align a star in their constellation, raise a pillar in their cathedral, weave a thread in their tapestry, kindle an ember in their eternity. Your transformation is not just for you. It's a gift to the world, a ripple that becomes a wave, a flame that becomes a beacon, a star that becomes a galaxy, a pillar that becomes a cathedral, a thread that becomes a tapestry, an ember that becomes a fire for all time. You are not here by accident. You're here because you're ready, because you're powerful, because you're meant for a life that matters, a life that shines with purpose, that burns with meaning, that flows with power, that rises with eternity, that weaves with forever, that kindles the infinite. The clock is ticking, and the only moment you have is now. Tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, you'll face a choice. Will you cash the universe's blank check with thoughts of doubt, or will you choose thoughts of greatness? Will you let your mind drift, or will you forge a destiny? Will you wait, or will you live? If you want to reset your life, reset your mornings. Change your mornings, and you'll change your destiny. This is Earl Nightingale, and I believe in you, with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my faith, with all my fire, with all my light, with all my purpose, with all my eternity. Begin tomorrow, my friend, and let your thoughts forge a life of wealth, purpose, and greatness. A life that changes you, that changes others, that changes the world, that changes the universe, that weaves your soul into the tapestry of forever.